Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. You know how we do it around here? We take one idea, break it down, and hopefully give you a fresh perspective.
Looking forward to it.
Me too. Today, we're getting into the art of outdoor living. Specifically, the philosophy of VizX Design Studios. They're our main source for this one.
Cool. I've heard good things about them. What's the angle?
We're tackling the idea that just slapping a patio in your backyard doesn't automatically equal, awesome outdoor living.
Yeah, I get that. A patio's a good start, but there's got to be more to it.
Exactly. And VizX Design Studios, they seem to have a lot to say about what that more is.
Yeah.
So our mission today, if you choose to accept it, is to unpack why they think that way.
And what they think we should be doing instead.
You got it. We're going beyond just construction, really thinking about how intentional design adds real value and actually changes how you live in your home.
Love it.
Yeah.
Let's jump in.
So right off the bat, VizX Design Studios is calling out what a lot of people probably think is a done deal. Like, you've got your patio, you throw in a grill, some chairs, maybe a fire pit, and boom, you're living the outdoor dream.
I've definitely been guilty of that kind of thinking, yeah.
But VizX, and they're basing this on a lot of what they talk about in their philosophy on the art of outdoor living, they're saying that tons of patios out there just kind of existing.
They're functional, yeah, but they're not really adding anything special to the homeowner's life.
Outdoor existing instead of outdoor living. That's a good way to put it.
Right. So if just having a patio isn't the magic solution, what is? Well, VizX Design Studios says it all boils down to design. Like really good, thoughtful design. They actually have a whole thing about design before build, where planning is the top priority.
So thinking about problems before they even pop up.
Exactly. Anticipating challenges and making sure the finished space works for the people who actually use it, not just looks pretty in a magazine.
It's not just about what kind of stone or pavers to use, huh? Nope, definitely not. So give me some examples. What are some practical issues that come up when you don't have a design-first approach?
I think one of the biggest ones, and VizX highlights this in the art of outdoor living, is ending up with a patio that you can't even enjoy for half the day. They spend a lot of time analyzing sun and wind patterns, like where's the sun going to be at different times of day? How will the wind affect different areas?
So you don't end up baking in the sun while you're trying to have your morning coffee, right?
Right. Or getting blasted by wind when you're trying to have a nice dinner outside.
And thinking about how the space actually flows.
Yeah, exactly. Like, is the dining area right off the kitchen so you don't have to trek across the whole yard with plates of food? Are the materials you use going to hold up over time? Does the whole thing match the style of your house so it doesn't look like some random add-on? Even with great installation, a poorly designed patio can end up looking dated or out of place really quickly.
That's a really good point. VizX Design Studios actually makes a cool analogy in the art of outdoor living. They compare a patio to the floor of a room.
Oh, that's interesting. I see where they're going with that.
Yeah, just like having a floor doesn't make a whole room, a patio on its own isn't a complete outdoor living space.
Yeah.
You need those other elements, right?
Like walls, lighting, a focal point, maybe even a ceiling of some sort, things that give it a sense of enclosure and purpose.
Right. And their whole philosophy, as laid out in the art of outdoor living, is that the outdoors should feel like a natural extension of your home, not some separate thing.
Makes total sense. So how does VizX approach that in practice? How do they go about being that outdoor room?
One of the big things is creating zones. You have your cooking zone, your dining zone, your lounge zone, each with its own purpose and feel. And they also use these really cool visualization tools so clients can see what the space will look like before anything's actually built.
That must be helpful for getting everyone on the same page.
Oh, absolutely. And one thing I love about their approach is that it's super personalized. It's not about imposing some specific style. It's about working with the homeowner to create something that really reflects their lifestyle. Their goal is to hit these three key points: function, flow, and feeling.
Function, flow, and feeling. I like that. So it sounds like we're talking about a lot more than just aesthetics.
Way more. And I think that brings us to a really important question. If you do all of this, if you really get the design right, what's the real payoff?
Yeah.
Like beyond just looks or resale value?
Yeah, what's the actual impact on your life?
And the art of outdoor living really gets into that. It's about transforming your everyday experience. That first cup of coffee in the morning, relaxing around the fire with friends and family in the evening, hosting big parties that flow effortlessly between inside and outside. Those are the moments that matter.
And a well-designed outdoor space provides the perfect backdrop for all of that.
Exactly. So even though a patio might be the starting point, It's that design thinking that unlocks its true potential.
I think the big takeaway here, and something VizX Design Studios makes really clear in the art of outdoor living, is that creating a truly exceptional outdoor space is about so much more than just building a patio. It's about creating a whole experience, and that starts with thoughtful design.
Absolutely. When you look at it through that lens, it's not just an add-on. It's like a fundamental shift in how you connect with your home and the world around you.
Well said. I think VizX Design Studios would agree with you there.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
what could your outdoor space become if you approached it that way? If you thought beyond just the surface level?
Definitely gives me some things to think about for my own backyard.
Me too. And for anyone who wants to learn more about this whole philosophy, definitely check out The Art of Outdoor Living by VizX Design Studios. It's full of great insights.
Thanks for bringing this topic to the table.
My pleasure. And thanks to you all for listening. Catch you next time.